Hey there! Welcome back to another episode of Learning Beyond the Classroom with Beyond English. My name is Basong, and today we're learning about past simple with regular and irregular verbs. Let's get started. First today, we're going to look at our verb to be in affirmative. So, in present tense, we say am, is, and are. Remember, I am, he, she, it is, they, we, and you are. And in past tense, it looks like this. Am becomes was. Is becomes was. And are becomes were. So, I was. He, she, it was. Or, they, we, and you were. Those are our verbs of to be in affirmative in the past simple. Now, what about the other verbs? You know, like run, walk, cook, or sing. Let's find out how to make them into the past tense. So, let's get started. First, we'll list the present. And then we'll work on the past. Let's start here. First, we have the verb play. To make it into past tense, we add ed. So, it becomes played. One more time, we take our verb, play, plus ed, and we get played. The rule is, if you have a verb and you want to make it past tense, you add ed. Let's look at another example. Now, we have the verb cause. How do we make it past tense? Well, we plus a D and we get caused. Say it with me. Caused. Now, why do we plus a D here but ed over here? Well, that's easy, because cause ends with E. If a verb ends with E, we only plus a D, and we get caused. Alright, let's do another. Now we have the verb dry. How do we make it into past tense? Let's take a look. For this one, we are going to cancel the Y. That's right, no Y. But we're going to plus I, E, and D. So we get dried. Say it with me. Dried. Now, the rule for this one is also simple. If you have a verb that ends in Y, you take out the Y and plus I, E, and D, and you get dried. Well done. Now, let's move on. We have a few more examples left. Let's take a look. We have the verb stop. How do we make it into past tense? Well, we plus a P and we add ed. Then we get stopped. Again, stopped. So, why do we plus a P over here? Well, it's called consonant, vowel, consonant. Blue, red, blue. Take a look. Blue, red, blue. What is a consonant and what is a vowel? Well, a vowel is A, E, I, O, and U. A, E, I, O, U. And a consonant is B, C, D, F, G, H. Every other letter. So, if we have a consonant, a T, a vowel, O, and a consonant, P, we double the last letter. So, we double it. 1, 2. And then add ed. So, stop becomes stopped. Okay, I hope you follow. Let's keep going. This is called a one-syllable word because it's very short. Stop. Very short. Okay, now let's look at some other examples. What about the word commit? Well, this word gets a T plus ed, and we get committed. Say it with me. Committed. Very good. Let's look at another example. We have whisper. Now you're thinking, I know how to do this. But you're wrong. For this one, we just add ed. So, whisper plus ed equals whispered. Now, why is this one getting a double and this one only ed? Well, there's a rule for this. If the stress of your word is on the second part, commit, commit. You hear? It's louder. Commit. And over here, we say whisper. So we have commit and whisper. You hear? It's not the same. So the rule is, if we have the stress at the end of the word, then we double the last letter and add ed. Committed. For whisper, if the stress is in the front of the word, we just add ed and we get whispered. Alright, those are all the rules you need to know for making your verbs into past simple. Now, let's keep going. We're going to look at some sentences. Let's read them together. I played tennis. Good. Number 2. He caused a fight. And the last one, They dried some fruit. So, what is the structure for our sentences? Well, it's quite easy. We have a subject, I, he, she, it, they, we, you, plus a verb with ed, or a verb in the past tense. So, played, caused, dried, and last we have an object, tennis, a fight, some fruit. Last time, the structure for affirmative sentences with regular verbs is subject plus verb in the past simple plus object. Okay, well done. Now, let's look at the negative sentences. So, let's first start with present tense negative. Over here. Let's read them together. She doesn't eat cake. They don't live in Barea. And you don't like ice cream. If you look at the structure, we have does not here. When we make it past tense, we get didn't. So our verb stays the same. She didn't eat cake. They didn't live in Barea. And you didn't like ice cream. Well done. So what is the structure for our past tense negative sentences with regular verbs? Well, it's easy. We have a subject, she, they, you, I, he, it, plus didn't, plus our verb, and an object. Okay, there you go. Nice and easy. Let's keep moving. What about questions in past simple? Well, let's take a look and learn. We'll start with the structure this time. The structure for questions always starts with did. Did plus subject plus verb plus object. So how does that look? Well, let's look over here. If we take away did and we take away the question, we have I play tennis. To make it a question, all we do is add did. Did I play tennis? It's the same for number 2. Did he cause a fight? And the last one, did they dry some fruit? Remember, your verb always stays affirmative when you make a question. Okay, next we need to learn how to answer. So, we have some short answers here. Yes, I did. Or, yes, he did. Or, yes, they did. We can also say no. So, for example, no, I didn't. No, he didn't. Or, no, they didn't. Okay, now we're finished with affirmative, negative, and questions with regular verbs. Remember, we also spoke about irregular verbs. So what is that? Let's find out. When we make irregular verb sentences, there is no rule. We still have the same structure, but there is no rule for the verbs. Let's take a look. We have these sentences. She eats cake. They run in the park. And you sing well. When we change eat, run, and sing into the past tense, they change completely. So they become like this. Eat becomes ate. Run becomes ran. And sing becomes sang. Now, let's practice these sentences together. She ate cake. Good. They ran in the park. Nice. You sang well. Great job. Okay, remember, it is exactly the same structure. Subject, verb in past tense, and object. What about negative sentences? Well, let's start here again. Remember, we just did this. She ate cake. They ran in the park. You sang well. Now, what about the negative? For the negative, our verb stays in the present form, but we add didn't. So, she didn't eat cake. Still past tense, but didn't is what we're going to use. Okay, one more time. She didn't eat cake. Number 2, they didn't run in the park. And the last one, you didn't sing well. Okay, let's move on. Next is our questions with irregular verbs. Do you remember I said when we make a question, our verb always stays in present tense. So, did plus subject plus verb plus object. Exactly the same as before. Did I eat pizza? Did he run in the park? Did they sing a song? Okay, so this is quite easy. But now, here comes the hard part. How do you answer these questions? Well, you'll say, yes, I, and then a verb in past tense plus the object. So, did I eat pizza? Our verb changes to past. Eat becomes ate. So, yes, I ate object. Pizza. Yes, I ate pizza. Let's do it again. What about over here? Did he run in the park? Well, when we take run and we move it to past, it becomes ran. So, yes, I ran in the park. Last one. Yes, I sang a song. Remember, sing, present, sang, past. Well done. Now what about the negative? Well, when we answer negative, our verb stays in present. So, no, I didn't plus verb plus our object. So, did I eat pizza? No, I didn't eat pizza. Did he run in the park? No, he didn't run in the park. Did they sing a song? No, they didn't sing a song. All right, well done. Now let's look at a list of regular verbs. Remember, there is no rule for regular verbs. All right, let's take a look. In present, we have go. Past, went. Do in present, did in the past. Buy, bought. Teach, taught. Think, thought. Catch, caught. Run, ran. Sing, sang. Two more. Drink, drank, and eat, ate. Well done. Okay, remember, you need to learn these in your head and in your heart. That is the only way you will know how to use them. Okay, now one last thing. If you noticed, while we were practicing, we had words ending with ed, but they don't sound the same. Let's take a look at an example. Listen here. Played. Again. Played. Now here. Started. Again. Started. And the last one, fixed. Again, fixed. So, you're thinking, what is the rule? Why do we say d here, id here, and t here? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, the sound here is a d sound. We get it because it is voiced. Now, what is voiced? Well, take your hand and put it over here. Now say, played. Again, played. Do you feel that shake? We call that voiced. So, if you say a word and the last sound shakes, we call that voiced. And we always get a d sound. So, like played, closed, opened, and lived. If you feel with your hand, you get a shake. That means it's voiced, and you say it with a D. One more time. Played, closed, opened, and lived. What about the next one? Started. We have an id sound. So what is the rule for this? Well, you get an id sound if the word ends with T or D. So if the last letter is a T or a D, you get id. Like started, waited, needed, and waited. Well done. Next, we have our T sound. Listen. Fixed. This time, it's unvoiced. So, if you take your hand and you say fixed. Again, fixed. Do you feel that? No, you don't. So that is unvoiced. When a word is unvoiced with a f or a h or a p or a t, then we end with a T sound. So, one more time. Fixed, taught, kissed, and helped. All right, there you go. Now, you know the past simple of regular verbs, irregular verbs, and you know your final ed sounds. You also know how to make affirmative, negative, and question sentences with both. Thank you for joining us from Beyond English. My name is Basan, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!